where I want to be. I think it's in line. Hi Bethan, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, trying to tidy some of my mess because I've got no room for anything. I've knocked glue over. Oh crap. There we go. You go back up there. Oh. Right. Hello and welcome everybody. Lurkers and everybody, welcome. Sorry, I've got rubbish overflowing out my bin. I forgot to empty that first. Oh, never mind. I want to welcome new subscribers as well. Thank you very much for subscribing. And I hope you like it here. This is a colouring channel and a felting channel. So don't get confused if you come one day and it's not what you think you were going to say. Because I do cover both crafts. But thank you very much for subscribing. Yes, I got 2 lovely books from Shannon. So I want to say thank you very much, Shannon, for your lurking. These are beautiful. I've had a look through them while I've been in other room with Ian watching TV. And there's some beautiful pictures in them. I've got the water one. Now I can't speak German, so don't ask me to read it out because it'll just come out gobbledygook like my English does. And I've got the land one, and there's the 2 beautiful books. And I think I'm going to very much love colouring in these, because I did like the Christmas one I did of Rita Berman's. I'd not heard of her before until I got the free download with the window in, and I love doing that. I got the land one and the water one. But water's so easy, Bethan. How many water things have I done? It's easy. We'll do it together, okay? We'll pick a picture after Christmas out of the water one and we'll do it together. So I got them, and I also got a lovely gift from Melody that's supposed to have come with the pens, but for some reason they got separated, so this one turned up after the others. So I got a 60 set of watercolours from our lovely Melody, and boy, these has got some beautiful colours in it. I can't wait to learn how to use them, for one, because I've never used watercolours. So first I need to learn how to use them. Hi Carola, welcome. And then once I've practiced with them for a bit, and I can't wait to use them in my box because they're such beautiful colours. So I've swatched them today. Me and Caroline had a swatching party. And I've done them on watercolour card because my swatch book is just cheap paper. It won't take the water, so I've done it on water card first and then cut it out and put it in here. But there's some beautiful colours. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit. I think that's better, isn't it? Let me move. Can I move the camera over that way? That's wrong way. You know, every time I switch this on, it can never make its mind up which way it's going. But try that. Right, we've got some very light browns, apricot, light apricot, which is good for skin colours. This ballerina pink's nice. And then over on the other side, there's some nice deep wine colours. I love this indigo, it's really dark. And then we've got a selection of yellows and oranges. The reds, I love the reds. That one and that one. I think I'll be using those a lot. And then this is my favourite page. Look how dark that violet is. That's magnificent. And this is a lot of watercolours. Colours for water, should I say, not watercolours. Colours for water. They're beautiful. And the greens are nice as well. And here, look at this shocking pink, neon pink. Oh, I can see me using that a lot. That is gorgeous. That's it. That's the colours. But there's some beautiful colours, and I can't wait to start practicing. So I'll move that out of the way again now. Try and stand up, thank you. I'm limited on space again. I've made a mess of my desk. I'm going to have to tidy it up. Because there's stuff all over. Right, so back to Santa. And I've got another layer to finish this centrepiece. Pearl Geranium Lake, or was it the other one that I did last? Permanent Carmine, with the third one, right? Pearl Geranium. The pink Permanent Carmine is on this section here, which I'll just colour in a little bit and show you. And then right in the centre is the other one. So that's what I'm doing at the minute, just them two colours. I did the other ones Monday, which were dark red right on the outskirts and middle cadmium next to it. So I already did them two, there and there, and now I'm doing these two. And I'm just taking my time, because as you know, I've not done pencil complete on a picture before. This will be my first one. I usually use the Inktense first as a base and then go over with pencil. But seeing as this is very thin card, I couldn't use my Inktense, so I'm doing it like this instead. And it's just taking me a bit longer. But nobody said we had to rush pictures, did they? At least I hope they didn't, because I weren't listening. On each new bit I'm putting down, I come and mix it in the previous colour by coming back over it. There is still some little white bits of paper showing, so as I go over again, hopefully it'll cover that. I keep twisting the pencil as well, so I can try and keep a sharp point as long as possible. So far it's working. Hi Emily, welcome. How are you doing, sweetie? This card, can't tell you where it is in poundage because it's not got it on the paperwork, but it's, as you can hear, it's not very thick, but it's got a bit of tooth on it. So as long as I keep to light layers and don't press the tooth away, then I am managing okay with the pencil on it. And it works to my advantage anyway, because I can't press on, my wrists won't let me. So doing it in light layers works better for me anyway. So I couldn't press on even if I wanted to. Hi Brittany, welcome. You got a busy day today, have you, Emily? Oh, you find time to rest then? Find time for you. Even if it's only 20 minutes, you still need your time for yourself. We seem to have stopped with the rushing about for hospital appointments now till after Christmas, thank goodness. But now it's been replaced with rushing about for shopping. So if you're not rushing doing one thing, you're rushing doing something else. Coming up edge of this now with the carmine. Bring it in a little bit. Don't want too much of the light down this end, so I'm covering it. And as you know, I picked two dark tones, a mid-tone and a light. Oh yeah, you've got all the Christmas plays and the discos, and yeah, I don't miss that. I don't miss the running about backwards and forwards to school for activities. In fact, I'll be glad when Alex leaves school and we don't have to do school runs at all. Are yours in the play this year? Are they doing anything in a school play? Any performance? Just make sure I can see bottom of chat, because it seems to have cut the bar off again. Just bear with me. I can. Sorry, I keep flitting about over the paper. I forget where I've just left off. And when I come back, I hit somewhere else. It's an habit. Lose where I am. On Sunday I'll be finishing the needle felted badger, so if anybody wants to come and see how I do his arms and legs, that'll be Sunday morning stream. I think you've seen the progress I've got to so far. Oh. Yeah, so far I've got to that on his face and his ears. So on Sunday I'll be doing his eyes and working up his arms and legs. So that's how far I've got so far. And only Tracy and I can't remember who the other person is. Tracy and somebody else has asked me if I'll continue him on stream instead of finishing him off stream. So that's what I'll be doing Sunday, doing some more of the badger. Hi Nana, welcome. He's excited because there's only one donkey. Oh, and he's playing the donkey. Awesome. Oh, I bet he'll love that. Oh, thank you, Nana. I was just saying that that's what I'll be finishing on Sunday, because Tracy and somebody else who I can't remember who it was has asked me if I'll finish it on stream instead of behind the scenes, so to speak. So that's what I'll be doing instead of colouring. I normally only felt once every couple of weeks, so it would have been colouring, but now it could be felting again, so that I can show how I finish it. I'm very well, are you? I was saying how it's getting really tiring rushing about doing shopping. The queues are, well, the ginormous queues, and I can't understand why people are queuing for so long for things. Okay, Nana, thank you. Oh, wonderful. Have fun, sweetie. This were food shopping that we had to go and do though, Emily, and anybody would think that it were coming to end at world. There were queues everywhere just for food. Oh, gift shopping I've done online. I did it on Amazon, let them deliver it. But food shopping, we wanted to go and do it ourselves while we were out. Normally we order it and have it delivered, but we wanted to go to one of the big supermarkets and see what they were. And I couldn't believe how big the queues are getting already. I think most of them are buying food to feed the 5,000. Yes, we've got iWins. Why do I keep losing connection? What's it say on me? Studio. Oh, it says excellent connection at minute. Is people buffering? You're buffering, Emily. You're fine, are you, Nana? I think you're more than fine. You're awesome. Got some under my paper. I love my glass mat for multimedia, but if I get some slightest thing stuck to it, I can pick it up with pencils. Have I tried Stabilos? Oh yes, I've tried them. They're awesome. They are awesome. I'll be using them on his coat when I've finished with the pencil. Hey Raquel, welcome. And thank you everybody for early thumbs up. That's wonderful. Much appreciated. Have you got the Stabilos, Emily? Or are you thinking of getting them? What are you colouring, Nana? And have you had your supper yet? I usually get the I'm eating so I'm listening. Thank you, Emily. I'm covering the little dots for snow that's been drawn in, of course I'll put them in after anyway. Oh, lovely. Are you putting it on Instagram when you finish the image? Right. You don't have them yet, but you've got the fine liners. It was a question of whether we wanted the Stedler fine liners or the Arteza fine liners. And by the way, I mean Alex, my son, because he uses fine liners a lot. So we bought him the Arteza fine liners last Christmas. And they've got some really good colours in them. The Stabilos are pens, Nana. You've put the whip up. Right, I'll go and have a look later then. They're very good quality, Emily, for affordable prices, which is what I like, because sometimes you can pay quite a bit for things and it not be as good quality, and so I have to be careful with what I save up for. Yeah, the Arteza fine liners are very juicy as well. I'm just starting to use my pencils more, Nana. I usually use a base, like me Inktense. I like using that as a base and then pencil just for highlights or shading or both. But this is the first time I've attempted to do a picture with pencil from plain white paper. I like how the red's coming out, but I'm itching to get something out to make it quicker because I'm not used to the slow pace. But I'll get there with practice. Every little helps. Another light layer opposite way so I can cover some of these white dots. As Tesco's say, every little helps, and it's all practice, isn't it? Yeah, I used to use marker a lot as base, but my markers kept running out so quick. So that's when I started using Inktense as a base instead. Yeah, I know, sweetie. Hopefully a new job will come up soon. Well, I'll be learning watercolour along with you, Nana, because the lovely Melody, along with the Stabilo pencils, sent me 60 watercolour paints. I've never used watercolour paint before, so this will be a learning curve for me. But I've swatched them and I love the colours in it. So I think I'm going to be practicing with these a lot till I can get the hang of it. So I'll be practicing with you, Nana. You're a scrubber. I hope you don't mean that in the sense that you're a scrubber. You scrub the paper, dear. Yes, I'm not used to being spoilt. And I've grown up in a family that's never had anything. We've always had to save a long time for things we wanted. So to be treated like this, it's very humbling. And the words thank you just don't hit the spot, because I can't explain how I feel. There's just too much emotion there. But I'm so grateful. I'm sure little bits of white paper just keep jumping out at me at random. That'll do. Yeah, I'm usually heavy-handed, but my wrists are stopping me just lately, so I'm learning how to do lighter layers. So sometimes it helps that body parts start hurting, because it goes to your advantage. Right, I've now got indigo, dark indigo, from Polychromos, and I'm going to use this in the base where the deepest shading is. So that's what I'm going to do next. Yep, I really do. I appreciate everything. Again, just a light layer. I don't want to make it too dark, but I do want it to stand out as shading, so very light. I'm just following the edge of where the white is, because on these type of coats, I've never seen one, but I imagine that this white, being fluffy and furry, would stand proud of the red and cast a shadow. So that's what I'm aiming for in my vision of what it should look like. So I'm putting the darkest shade in just up against the fur. Hey Tracy, welcome. How are you doing? I think my computer's slow at showing me chat. It seems to take forever to catch up. Oh, that's wonderful. I am alright. Knees is aching a bit because, I was saying earlier, I've been studying queues in shops. But other than that, I'm good. I was telling Ian we were talking about films other night on stream. So now he's watching I Am Legend because he couldn't think of anything to watch till I mentioned that. Oh, that's been going round here as well, Bethan. Seems to be a lot of it going round. But at least you're getting it out of the way now before Christmas. Can't have it spoiling that Christmas food. That's alright, Tracy. Yes, hopefully get it all out of the way. When kids were little, there were always somebody ill over Christmas. I think they pick up so much from schools and then they pass it round to everybody. We teach them to share, but we don't want them sharing that, eh? Let's darken this a little bit more, just on this edge. I rely on the computer screen to tell me depth, because when I look with naked eyes, my brain tricks me and it doesn't look like it's supposed to. But if I look up at the computer screen, I can see the proper depth, so I know whether to add a bit more or it's just right. What we like. A picture is a brilliant way of doing it, Raquel. I do it quite often. If I'm not streaming and I'm just colouring, I do a bit, take a photo. I must take about 40 photos while I'm colouring, but it helps because you can see the proper depth through a photo picture, but you can't with naked eye. And then once I've done, then I go through my phone and delete all the pictures again. I'm doing this currently off stream as well at the same time, because it's how I get to practice what colours I'm going to be using. And this is the other one, and as you can see, there's not much difference between them. Help if it were on camera. There we go. So that's what I've been practicing at the minute, and I've took no end of photos of this one while I've been doing this green, because it looks so different when you're looking at it. So I kept taking photos and thinking, right, I need a bit more dark here, and I can see now that I've not put enough dark here, but I didn't notice on the photo for some reason. But yeah, that's what I keep doing. Keep going from one to other. You want me to zoom in a bit more? Yeah, I can do that. Or you mean you can zoom, you take a picture, you can zoom right in and see. Yeah, now I get what you mean. Yeah, so this one I'm doing in the background because I'm testing colours on this one. That's how I found out that I managed to get his face darker on this one for some reason, and I don't know how. I mean, I can't replicate it because I haven't got a clue how I did it in the first place. Yeah, the picture. I realised after I said it, Raquel, having a blonde moment, sorry. Yeah, this one's red and jolly, but that one's come out brown. He looks a little bit more like an Inuit, so I think I like this one. But I just don't know how I've got to this one, so I'm going to have to print a third one off and practice to see how I got that colour, then write it down in my book. But yeah, I never print just one picture off because I like to keep testing colours. Some more under this edge. Thank you. Yeah, he looks like he's got a tan. But to me, this is more what somebody from North Pole would look like on the skin. Be called. It's just what I see in my head. It's not true, but it's what I see. So I think I love this skin tone. I just can't remember how I got to it, so I've got to have a play to replicate it so I can write it down. Yeah. I said to Caroline, he's in cold with all this fur stuff on, lugging this great bag of toys about for hours. Of course he's going to look a bit puffy in face and a bit red. All your posts are disappearing. Oh, for what, sweetie? I can see that you've put he has a tan. So where's post disappearing? Right. I don't know why that one didn't come up. Is YouTube playing up as well then? I know Instagram's been playing up. Yeah, it's really weird. They ought to go messing about with YouTube. I think they've messed enough. What's that like? That's better. Hey Kayla, welcome. Yes, that's enough round there. Hi Sabrina, welcome. Right, that enough? That. Thank you, Tracy. So I've round that bit. Let's have a look. Oh, inside sleeve. I ain't done red on that bit, look. Missed a bit. That's it. Oh, come off. I can see it when I go over the white. There we go. better. Right. So now for stage 2. Hi Jodie, welcome. I've picked dark red up again and I'm just going over the shading I've just done with the indigo and just blend it in a little bit. Still using a light touch. Light to medium, I'd say. It's just gliding over the paper, not digging in at all. Hey Leslie, welcome sweetie. It's late with you, isn't it? And thank you. How are you doing today, Jodie? Is it still raining down your end? Oh, 7 AM. Not too early then. Not too late. I thought it were about 3 AM. Bye Tracy sweetie. Enjoy your tea, dinner, whichever it is you're doing. So you're getting ready for work then, are you, Leslie? So just get it a light coat of the dark red over the indigo. I'll do same on this side. It just blends it a little bit. I hope you have an easy day then, Leslie. No stress. 4 round ends. Now, I've picked 2 stabilos. One's quite dark. I'll get some scrap paper and show you if I can pick it up. It's quite dark, it looks like that. Are we on screen? We're not on screen. It'd help if I were on screen. And this is the lighter one, which is a rich red. Hi Susan, welcome. So they're the 2 stabilos, and this is an Arteza fine liner, which looks like that. Running very slow. Come on, catch up so I can see where you are on the screen. Thank you. Right, so that is what I'm going to use. I'll show you how I do it. Because the Arteza fine liner is wetter than the Stabilo, I found putting a coat of this down first and moving it with that makes it wet. Where have I put the others? Oh. On this one that I'm doing off screen, thank you Susan, I've used the cheap Dovecraft one because that has a brush and this is extremely juicy. Where's my bit of paper? This looks like that, and as you can see it's a lot wetter than what the Stabilo is. So just using this I can use it on its own, but with the Stabilo I need the fine liner because it's wetter and I can manipulate it better. So that's that. Move that one again. Right, so take lid off that, lid off the dark one, and I'll show you what I've been doing down in this corner. Because there's 2 layers of wax, the colour stays on top of the paper and don't soak in, so I've put a little bit of colour just in that corner, and then I'm going to move it out with this one. It just means that the Stabilo stays wetter for a little bit longer, which is what I want to move it around. I don't need much at all of this, it just helps. Ooh, did you let them know? Because they'd have replaced it. You've got some tea left, have you, mates? Thought you'd ate all that. Right, well, I don't know what I've done different on this Santa, but the stabilo seems to be helping and staying on the surface, where last time I needed this because the stabilo was drying too quick. But it don't look like I need it this time, so I don't know what I've done different. That's all I've been doing, and then the lighter one in the lighter area, and it just makes the colour of the pencil pop. I'm not going to use it on every picture, but I wanted Santa's coat to really stand out, and this is the only way I could think of doing it. Bethan's always been a model, Leslie. Darker one again. Yeah, Bethan was one of my first stalkers, weren't you, Bethan? Dried in on this dark area, so definitely something different I've done. What's up, missus? What are you moaning at? Thank you, Emily. Were you? I wondered why my ears were burning. Yep, Caroline's lovely. Put lid on that one. Right, I'm going to show you what difference is between the Stabilo and the cheaper Dovecraft. I'll do the opposite sideways coat with this one. I've just got to turn it a bit so I'm not turning my wrist. Now, don't know if you can tell yet, but the colour's very rich with these. Obviously they'll not hold as much ink because they're smaller. Try not to go at all in the white. Tell myself off regularly, you know. Hey, Corolla. Yeah, you can. You'll find a shop with a fluffy Santa coat for a dressing gown and then let me know. It's been very warm. Ooh, why does your phone keep going dark? Have you got a problem with your phone, or is it not picking signal up very well? What I didn't do was so let me go back and do that one. Around fingers. These do go to a thin point even though they're a bullet, so as long as I put it upright I can still go in delicate areas. And just don't look like it's blended in very well. Do it again. Alright, so that's right hand side is Stabilo, left hand side is the Artiste. And if I just zoom out a little bit, just a touch, there we go, that's better, I can see him on the screen properly. Right, I love the effect because it brightens up all the pencil, and that's just what I wanted for the Santa coat, for it to illuminate it and make it stand out. The left one is the cheap Artiste, I like that because it's got a brush end as well as a bullet end. The brush end doesn't leave as many marks than what bullet does when you're close up to it. But as they both dry, they even out again, so they're both as good as each other. Farmer Christmas? Who's Farmer Christmas? Are they watching a play? What you done to the car seat, Emily? I take it you mean a child's car seat. What you done, took covers off and washed it? Okay, Crowley. Your settings is playing up, are they, Sabrina? Oh, you had to watch the covers. How many times have you had to take the covers off because of children ending up with diarrhea or being sick on it? I lost count how many times we had to take the car seat to pieces because of accidents. Oh, you've cleaned it to get away, right? On the left, I have something green. You mean this? It's me. Watercolours that I got off Melody. I've got nowhere to put them at minute, so they're stuck on my desk. And I've been swatching today. There's some beautiful colours in it. I just need to learn how to use them. But yeah, they're sitting on my desk at the minute because I've nowhere else to put them yet until I move my cupboards around. I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. I've done my swatch book. My book's normal paper, so I've done it on watercolour paper. Yeah, tubes. Yeah, I'll show you. Oh. They look like that. Thank you, Leslie. A lovely, generous gift, and I wasn't expecting it at all. Yeah, I can understand that, Emily. It's while they're little, there's always somebody who's ill. Alright. That's a good idea, Pickle. To collect for food banks. What an awesome idea. Oh, bye Sabrina. Thank you for popping in. So, yeah, I'm going to have a wonderful play with these. At the minute, Alex has beat me to it because I did a plastic sheet with little samples from each one so that I didn't have to keep opening tubes, and he's pinched it because he wants to watercolour a picture he's drawn, so he gets to use them before I do. yeah, I've spent all day doing swatches on watercard, and there's some beautiful colours. I love this indigo, that's a nice one, and my all-time favourite is this violet. Look how dark that violet is for a watercolour. That is awesome, and I can see that in stormy skies, so that'll be one to look out for. Am I on screen with it? Yes, just. Yeah, that one. I love that colour. And neon pink, that'll be another one that gets used quite a bit, because I like that one as well. I love all the colours in it, but some just jump out at me. That's it. They're the colours. Oh, has anybody ever heard of gambage? Yeah, it'd work in a galaxy as well. You're right there, Jodie. Yeah. Yeah, gambage. Gambage. Has anybody ever heard of that? Because in all my time of using paints and pencils, I've never heard of gambage as a colour. So if anybody has heard of that one and can tell me what it is it a plant, is it a beetle, what is it? You've heard of it, Raquel. Is it a Latin name? Like phthalo? Yeah, it's a warm yellow, like a touch orange in it. I just don't know what a gambage is. Gamboge. I've not heard of it at all. Yeah, so what do you think to the coat with the technique? So it's plant dye then, is it, Raquel? I'll have to do some research into it. Hi, Pauline. All right. Thank you very much, Pauline. You're a wealth of knowledge. Right. So it's an old colour then. Did they stop using it and now somebody's thought, oh, we'll use that as a name again on colours? Or has it always been around? Right, it's took from a tree. Thank you, Leslie and Nana. Thank you very much. It doesn't affect your pencil in any way, putting the water-based marker over it. You can still see where all the shading is, the mid-tone and the light tone. All it does is lift the colour so it glows, it like intensifies the colour that you've put down. They've always used the colours, right? It must be more expensive paints usually or something then, because I've never come across it before. It was a strange one to me. Right, I'm going to find some greens and do green same as I've done on this one. Because I like how the green stands out against the red of Santa's coat. So that's what I'm going to do next. And I've got 25 minutes. I need to make space again. I need to not drop my pencils. Right. Light green. I've got light green and chrome oxide green fiery and juniper. I used a bit of green gold on the spots with light cadmium yellow. I think that were it. Have you had enough, Raquel? Let me zoom it back in again. Again, just mapping out, putting light touch, first coat. Has it been one of them days, sweetie? You'll be able to get home and put your feet up soon then. There's the spot there. There you go. Apparently we've picked this time to practice whistling. Don't know if you can hear that or not. Thank you, Pauline. I'm new. I only started this year. Ooh, I'm glad you're back home safe. Get a cup of coffee and put your feet up. Yeah, I did my first Christmas picture as it was building up to Christmas. It was, let me think, whose was it? She usually does calendars. Her name escapes me. Oh, I ate my brain at times. Come back to me in a bit. It were on tip of my tongue and it's gone. But anyway, I did my first Christmas picture 2 weeks before Christmas. And I needed a break from the felting because I'd hurt my shoulder. So I picked up colouring. I saw it on Facebook and I thought, oh well. It were a free download, so I downloaded it, printed it off, thought I'll give it a go. And I'd got some of Alex's cheap crayons they'd got, and I thought I really like this, it's relaxing. So I went online and found more free pictures I could get and downloaded them and coloured a bit more, and some of them were, to start off with, were terrible. I would just quickly laying colour down, and then I got a bit better, but I've always used Inktense right from when Inktense first came out, because I designed pictures on t-shirts, so that was what I used it for. I never used it on paper until I found the colouring community, but I'd been designing pictures and colouring on pillowcases and t-shirts, and that's how I got the Inktense. I struggled with pencil, I think mainly because they were cheap quality pencils and they were really hard and I couldn't get a hang on them, so I thought, well, what happens if I use the Inktense on paper? So I experimented, and first book I bought was the 5 of the Kirby Roseanne's books. They were on offer, so I bought those, and I've always used Inktense in them. I've got quite a few videos on. Hi Louise, welcome. Yeah, so any of the older videos, because I started the channel in April this year, so any of the videos with Kirby Roseanne's, you'll see it's either pastel or Inktense. And then I started adding a little bit more pencil on as shading on top of the Inktense, and then I got these lovely pencils, Polychromos, from Kenny for my birthday in August, and I've been practicing ever since with the pencil. Yes, I will be doing more in the mouse guard. Somebody else has asked me if I'll do some, so next year, January, I'll be going back into books I've not touched for a while. Mouse guard's one of them. Thank you, Pauline. Ah, Bethan, I don't make art. I just colour like you do, sweetie. My biggest thing is I love experimenting. And the more I experiment, the better I seem to get. You're welcome, Louise. I've got it on my list anyway, so I'll be coming back to that one. I'll also be going and using some more pan pastel pictures because I've been asked for that as well. So that'll be on the list for next year. Not only with animals but with portraits. First thing I've got to do is go back to the gnomes picture though for Bethan, so we can finish that one, and then I'll be going on to mouse guard. You're welcome. Welcome back, Carola. Putting the juniper where I want the darkest shade in. Like I say, this is just a light coat. I'll go over again. Once I've done this darkest one, then I start going back to light again. Work all the way down, smoothing it out as I go. And I don't always go in little tiny circles. I do scribble a lot, and that's completely fine, scribbling. But what I do is change direction every time. If I've gone that way on the first praying the layer down, then I go opposite way, and it fills the gaps and makes it all smooth. And nobody ever knows that I scribble. It never shows. Going in little tight circles to me hurts my wrists, so I can't do it. So I do left and right, left and right, left and right, like that. It's just scribbling colour down. But because I changed direction of the scribble, it doesn't look like scribble. Does that make sense? What's up, mates? You can have some treats in a bit when I've done. Not long. Yep, sometimes scribbling is easier on the hands. That's gone a bit blurry, hasn't it, because I've zoomed in too much. Let me zoom out one, see if it clears up again. It's a bit better. In a minute, Mittens, stop clawing me. It is great for texture, you're right. Yeah, she's gone off to moan at Ian now because I've not given it her. Bye, Raquel. Thank you for nipping in. Old dogs do that, don't they? They just keep staring at you till you've finished eating. They can't help themselves. Bye, Leslie. Have a good day. Thank you for nipping in, sweetie. Bye, Nana. Have a good day, sweetie. Good evening, rather. 2 minutes. Just quickly do a boat. I think my table's on a wobble again. Bye, Corolla. Take care, sweetie. Just got to tight surface and the, what they called, candy canes. Just got them to do at another time. Let me zoom out. Oh God. Thank you, Bethan. Thank you very much. Is my computer going to zoom out or what? There we go. Right, not done much today, but I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming and spending time with me. And I'll see you again Sunday morning if you come in for felting. I'll be finishing the badger. So, thank you everybody, and take care, and I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.